Throughout human history, one of the most valued and admired qualities has been the ability to rise with determination. This simple yet powerful act of starting each day with a clear mind, solid conviction, and determined intention has been the foundation of success for countless people around the world. From great leaders to ordinary individuals, those who have transcended obstacles and achieved their goals share a common trait: their unwavering will to face each day with purpose. Determination, in essence, is the driving force that propels us to keep going despite adversity. It is not necessarily a skill one is born with, but rather a quality that is cultivated over time. History is filled with examples of people who have overcome the most difficult barriers thanks to their persistent determination, like Nelson Mandela, who fought tirelessly for social justice and freedom throughout 27 years in prison. Each morning Mandela rose. He did so with an unbreakable conviction that his fight was just, and that eventually he would triumph. That same energy is something we can all channel into our daily lives. From a psychological perspective, determination is linked to resilience and a growth mindset. Resilience refers to the ability to quickly recover from difficulties, while a growth mindset is the belief that our abilities and talents are not static, but can be developed through effort and dedication. According to Carol Dweck, a psychologist at Stanford University and author of Mindset, The New Psychology of Success, people with a growth mindset are more willing to face challenges, see failure as a learning opportunity, and persist until they succeed. Determination becomes the bridge between a growth mindset and tangible results. It is the internal force that drives a person to rise each morning with the will to learn, improve, and give their best, regardless of what happened the day before. Scientific studies have shown that the practice of rising with a determined attitude can even improve our physical and mental health. According to the American Psychological Association, people with high levels of determination and focus are less likely to experience chronic stress and anxiety. This is because, when we have a clear purpose, our minds focus on solutions rather than getting trapped in worry or fear of failure. Since determination is a skill that can be developed, it is important to know some practices and techniques that can help strengthen it. Here are some key approaches to cultivating this powerful quality. Set clear and specific goals. Clarity is the first step toward determination. If you don't know what you want to achieve, it's hard to rise with purpose. Break your long-term goals into small daily actions that bring you closer to your final objective. Determination flourishes when each day has a defined purpose. Develop a mindset of perseverance. Determination doesn't mean you'll never face difficulties. In fact, it's about persevering, even when things get tough. When you face obstacles, remind yourself why you started and what motivates you to keep going. Surround yourself with inspiring people. Your environment has a significant impact on your ability to stay determined. Surround yourself with people who support, inspire, and push you to be your best. They will act as a constant source of motivation. Reflect at the end of the day. Self-awareness is essential for cultivating determination. At the end of each day, take a moment to reflect on what you've accomplished, what you could have done better, and how you feel about your progress. This practice will help you adjust your focus and maintain a clear vision of your progress. While determination is the force that drives us forward, conviction is the foundation that keeps us grounded in our beliefs and values. Conviction manifests when we deeply believe in the purpose behind our actions. It's not enough to simply want something. You need to have a solid and meaningful reason that justifies your efforts. Conviction helps us overcome internal doubts and external criticisms. By rising with conviction, you affirm that what you are doing is valuable and worth the effort. Conviction is an internal force that can transform small daily actions into steps toward great goals. Consider people like Malala Yousafzai, who, despite facing a brutal attack and the constant threat of violence, continued her fight for girls' education worldwide. Malala's conviction in the importance of education is what kept her steadfast on her path, even in the face of extreme danger. Conviction is born from having a clear purpose. This purpose doesn't need to be something grand, like changing the world. It can be as personal as improving your health, taking care of your family, or becoming the best version of yourself. The important thing is to find deep meaning behind your daily actions. The important thing is to find deep meaning behind your daily actions. This connection with purpose is what allows you to rise each morning with an attitude of gratitude and determination. There are different ways to connect with your purpose. Some people discover it through introspection and meditation, while others find it in action and service to others. No matter how you discover it, the important thing is that you feel that internal connection with your goals and values. A practical technique for deepening your purpose is to practice visualization. Take a few minutes each morning to close your eyes and imagine how your life will be once you have achieved your goals. Visualize in detail the changes you will experience, how you will feel, and how it will positively affect those around you. This practice will not only strengthen your conviction, but also give you extra motivation to act with determination. Although determination and conviction are powerful forces, they must be accompanied by discipline. Discipline is what turns momentary motivation into consistent action. Many people start with a lot of determination, but without proper discipline, it's easy to lose focus over time. Discipline is not just about doing what needs to be done, but creating habits and routines that help you maintain determination over time. Establishing daily routines, such as a schedule to wake up early, meditate, exercise, or review your goals, is an effective way to maintain discipline. Each small action, repeated consistently, strengthens your ability to keep going, even when motivation seems to fade. A classic example of the power of discipline is the famous athlete Michael Phelps, who maintained an incredibly rigorous training regimen during his Olympic career. While most swimmers trained 5 or 6 days a week, Phelps trained every single day, without exceptions. His discipline led him to become the most decorated Olympic athlete of all time. This level of commitment is only possible when determination, conviction, and discipline work together. Cultivating strong determination not only has benefits in terms of productivity and goal achievement, but also has a profound impact on our mental and emotional health. When we face each day with a determined attitude, we reduce anxiety and stress because we are focused on solutions rather than problems. Additionally, conviction in our actions provides us with a sense of purpose and meaning, which is essential for our emotional well-being. Instead of being victims of circumstances or the challenges we encounter along the way, determination gives us a sense of control over our lives. When we are determined, we know that, although we can't control everything that happens, we can always control how we respond to situations. This sense of autonomy is key to maintaining a positive and resilient mindset. Often, determination and conviction are associated with great achievements or historical figures, but these qualities are equally important in the daily lives of ordinary people. Every day, millions of people around the world face their own personal challenges, whether in their work, relationships, or health. The determination to rise every day and face these challenges, even when it's not easy, is an act of courage that often goes unnoticed. A mother who cares for her children while balancing her career, a student who works extra hours to reach academic goals, or a worker who keeps going despite financial difficulties. All of them demonstrate determination in their daily lives. These examples remind us that you don't have to be a public figure to embody the power of determination and conviction. Rising each day with determination and conviction is undoubtedly one of the most transformative actions we can take. It allows us to face life with clear focus, firm purpose, and an unbreakable will to move forward, no matter what obstacles may arise. Through determination, we discover our true capacity to overcome adversity, while conviction connects us to our deepest purpose. In summary, rising with determination and conviction not only prepares us for success, but also allows us to live a life full of meaning, resilience, and personal fulfillment. These qualities are fundamental to building a fulfilling life, where each day is an opportunity to grow, learn, and move closer to our most ambitious goals. Determination is a powerful force that resides within the human mind. It is that internal drive that allows us to keep moving forward, even when circumstances become difficult or challenging. Often, determination is what separates us from failure or mediocrity. According to psychological studies, people who exhibit strong determination are more capable of achieving their long-term goals, even when facing significant obstacles. This is because determination acts as a motor that pushes us to keep going. No matter how many times we stumble. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the enormity of your goals? Perhaps you've wondered if you really have what it takes to achieve what you've set out to do, especially when things don't go as expected. This feeling is common, but determination can be the anchor that keeps you steady. Angela Duckworth, psychologist and author of Grit, The Power of Passion and Perseverance, argues that determination, combined with passion, is a more reliable predictor of success than intelligence or natural talent. This means that even if you don't consider yourself the most talented or the brightest person, you can achieve great things if you have the ability to persevere. This concept of grit, a blend of passion and long-term perseverance, is a key element in understanding the importance of determination in our lives. Have you ever wanted to give up on a project you were passionate about? Perhaps fatigue, frustration, or doubts got in the way, making you feel like giving up was the only option. This is where grit comes in. It's not just about blindly pushing forward, but combining that tenacity with a deep passion for what you do. When we are passionate about something, we find strength where there seemed to be none, and perseverance becomes our greatest ally. Determination is not just about resisting adversity. It is also intrinsically connected to the ability to overcome procrastination, fear of failure, and self-sabotage. Have you ever found yourself putting off something important just because you were afraid of failing. Many times, procrastination is nothing more than a manifestation of the fear of failure. We tell ourselves that we're not ready, that it's better to wait. But in reality, we're avoiding facing the possibility of not achieving what we want. Behavioral science has shown that when we rise each day with a clear sense of purpose and a growth mindset, we are more likely to face the day with energy, motivation, and a positive focus. How would you feel if each day you started with a clear intention? Imagine that instead of worrying about what might go wrong, you wake up with a mindset focused on what you can learn, improve, and achieve. This growth mindset allows us to see challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities for growth. The key is to understand that obstacles are part of the path, not a detour from it. Every setback can be a valuable lesson if we look at it from the right perspective. Do you remember the last time something went wrong? How did you face that situation? Those who develop a growth mindset know that even in failure, there is something positive to learn. With this view, determination becomes a powerful tool to keep us moving, despite the blows we may receive along the way. The fear of failure is one of the biggest enemies of determination. Many people, even those with great talent, never reach their full potential because the fear of not meeting their own or others' expectations paralyzes them. But this is where we need to change our mindset. Have you ever stopped trying something because you were afraid you wouldn't measure up? If the answer is yes, you are not alone. However, the key to overcoming this fear is to reframe our relationship with failure. It is not a reflection of our capabilities, but an opportunity to learn and grow. Determined people understand that each failure is not the end of the road, but a necessary step toward success. How would your life be if you stopped being afraid of failure? Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, you would see it as an ally. Each stumble brings you closer to your goals because it teaches you what didn't work, what you can improve, and which paths to avoid. To start the day with maximum determination, it's helpful to have a morning ritual. This ritual acts as an anchor, a way to remind yourself of your intention for the day, no matter what the world throws at you. Have you ever felt like the days slip by, and you're just reacting to events instead of having control over your time and energy? Having a daily practice, like a morning determination statement, can completely change that feeling of being out of control. This exercise consists of mentally or verbally formulating your intentions for the day. It's like a conversation you have with yourself, in which you reinforce your commitment to act with purpose and focus. Have you ever wondered how it would feel to start each day with clarity and confidence in yourself? Morning affirmations have the power to instantly change our mindset, helping us set a positive and proactive tone from the start. Imagine starting your day with a declaration like this: "Today I rise with unbreakable determination to move toward my goals. I embrace challenges as opportunities to grow, and I commit to giving my best in every moment." What impact would starting your day with these words have? Every time you speak a positive affirmation, you are reaffirming your ability to face whatever comes your way. Would you like to feel stronger, more confident, and more motivated from the moment you get up? This simple exercise can make the day start with a completely different energy. Determination is not only demonstrated in grand gestures, but also in small daily actions. Sometimes we believe that to be determined, we must perform great feats. But true determination is cultivated in the smallest moments. When you decide not to postpone that difficult task, when you choose to exercise despite being tired, or when you decide to speak honestly instead of avoiding an uncomfortable conversation. Have you noticed how those small decisions can have a big impact in the long run? Every small action you take strengthens your determination. When you decide to get up early instead of staying in bed, you are sending a message to yourself. I am capable of doing what I set out to do. What small actions could you take today to strengthen your determination? Perhaps it's getting up a little earlier, dedicating time to planning your day, or facing that task you've been putting off. Remember that every small victory adds up, and over time, these small steps create an unbreakable habit of perseverance. How do I maintain determination when I don't see immediate results? It's natural to feel demotivated when results don't come as quickly as we expected. Have you ever felt frustrated because, despite your efforts, results are slow to arrive? The key here is to remember that success is not always immediate. Determination involves understanding that great achievements take time and patience. Instead of focusing solely on the final result, celebrate the small advances you make each day. These progressions, even if they seem small, are what will eventually lead you to where you want to be. What do I do when I lose motivation? We all have days when our motivation wanes. Have you ever woken up and simply not felt like doing anything? In those moments, discipline plays a crucial role. Determination doesn't always mean being motivated. Sometimes it's about acting despite the lack of motivation. A good strategy is to remember why you started in the first place. What led you to embark on that path? Reconnecting with that why can reignite the spark you need to keep going. How can I increase my determination when I feel overwhelmed? When you're faced with many responsibilities or tasks at once, it's easy to feel overwhelmed and lose sight of your goals. Have you ever felt that the weight of your responsibilities paralyzes you? In these cases, it's important to break your tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. You don't have to do everything at once. Focus on the next step you need to take, and trust that, little by little, you will advance toward your goals. Determination is more than a quality. It's a way of life. By cultivating it, you prepare yourself to face any challenge with a positive and focused mindset. It's not about never falling, but about getting up each time you do. Can you imagine what you could achieve if every day you rose with determination? No matter how many times you stumble along the way, what matters is that you keep going with the same strength and conviction. At the end of the day, determination will not only lead you to success, but also help you live a more fulfilling life, full of purpose and growth. Conviction is a powerful internal force. It is not simply a fleeting flash of confidence or a positive thought, but a deep-rooted certainty that what you are doing is right, necessary, and valuable. Conviction becomes a personal compass that guides you through the most difficult moments when the outside world seems against your goals or when obstacles pile up in your path. It's that unshakable drive that tells you to keep going, even when the odds seem stacked against you. This concept of conviction is what makes the difference between those who give up at the first difficulty and those who persevere, who, despite challenges, continue with an inner strength that drives them to keep fighting. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it feels like the whole universe is conspiring for you to fail? If you've ever felt that, you'll know that it's in those moments where conviction becomes your greatest ally. Friedrich Nietzsche, one of the most influential philosophers in history, expressed it masterfully. He who has a why to live can bear almost any how. This statement encapsulates the power of conviction in our lives. When you know why you are doing what you do, when you truly believe in what you are pursuing, the how becomes just a series of steps along the way. Challenges stop being barriers and transform into part of the process of growth, learning, and eventually success. Have you ever wondered why you feel motivated to pursue a particular goal? This why is crucial. It's what will allow you to endure any obstacle that arises, keeping your gaze fixed on what really matters. In modern society, we are constantly bombarded by distractions, opinions, and criticism. Social media, external expectations, and daily problems can divert our attention and make us question our decisions. Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the sheer number of opinions dictating what you should be doing with your life? This is a common challenge, but conviction is what allows you to stay centered, connected to your values, and committed to your goals, no matter what the outside world is saying. Conviction is not something that just appears. It is cultivated over time through a deep connection to what you value and a continuous commitment to your purpose. Have you taken the time to reflect on what truly moves you? Many of us go through our days on autopilot without stopping to consider whether what we're doing aligns with what we truly value. However, it's precisely this reflection that strengthens our inner conviction. One of the most effective exercises for strengthening conviction is connecting daily with your purpose. The daily grind can make us forget why we started in the first place. Have you ever woken up and wondered why you're doing what you're doing? That lack of clarity can make you lose motivation. To avoid this, take a few minutes each day to reflect or meditate on what drives you. Ask yourself questions that force you to dive deep into your motivation. What inspires me to get up every morning? What is most important to me at this point in my life? How do my work, my relationships, and my actions align with my deepest values? These questions are not simply intellectual exercises. They are powerful tools for connecting with your purpose and ultimately strengthening your conviction. Have you taken the time to ask yourself these questions recently? If not, perhaps it's time to stop and reconnect with what truly drives you. History is full of people who, thanks to their unwavering conviction, managed to change the course of their lives and, in some cases, the fate of entire nations. Have you ever read about the lives of people like Nelson Mandela or Rosa Parks and wondered how they could maintain their conviction in such adverse situations? These are clear examples of how conviction can be a motor for transformation, not only on a personal level, but also socially. Nelson Mandela spent 27 years in prison, but never lost his determination or his conviction that his fight for freedom and equality in South Africa was just. During those long years of imprisonment, many would have succumbed to despair, but Mandela remained steadfast in his beliefs. His conviction drove him to continue, even when it seemed his struggle would bear no fruit. Ultimately, his determination and conviction led to the liberation of his country and made him a global symbol of perseverance and justice. Rosa Parks, on the other hand, is remembered for an act that, at the time, seemed small, refusing to give up her seat on a segregated bus. But behind that act was a deep conviction that she, like anyone else, deserved to be treated with dignity and respect. That simple act of resistance, driven by her conviction, helped spark the civil rights movement in the United States. Can you imagine facing a similar situation? Perhaps not in terms of political struggle, but we all face moments in our lives where our conviction is tested. How would you react if you found yourself in a situation where your values were at stake? These stories remind us that conviction not only transforms our individual lives, but also has the power to change the course of history. Despite the importance of conviction, it is not always easy to maintain. Life is full of challenges that can test our determination and make us question our beliefs and decisions. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it feels like everything is against you? In those moments, it's natural to feel doubt or even consider giving up. But it is precisely in these moments where conviction becomes most crucial. One of the biggest challenges we face is the fear of failure. Many people abandon their goals or dreams because they fear they won't measure up, fear the judgment of others, or simply fear they won't succeed. However, conviction teaches us that failure is just part of the process. How many times have you given up on something because you were afraid of failing? If you think about it, some of humanity's greatest achievements have been preceded by failures. The difference between those who achieve success and those who don't is the ability to keep going, driven by the conviction that failure is just one more step toward success. Another challenge is external pressure. In a world where everyone seems to have an opinion about what we should be doing, it's easy to get carried away by the expectations of others. Have you ever felt trapped by the need to please others? Conviction gives us the strength to stay true to our own values, even when we face criticism or skepticism. Learning to ignore external voices and follow our internal compass is one of the biggest challenges, but also one of the greatest rewards of having strong conviction. Conviction is not something that maintains itself automatically. Like a muscle, it needs to be exercised and strengthened daily. What do you do each day to stay firm in your beliefs and values? Some people find meditation helpful, others prefer journaling, and others seek to surround themselves with people who share their values. No matter what method you choose, the important thing is to take the time necessary to reconnect with what truly matters to you. One exercise you can implement is the daily conviction statement. Each morning before starting your day, repeat an affirmation that reminds you why you're doing what you do. An example of a statement could be, "Today, I stand firm in my values and move forward with confidence. Challenges are just opportunities to grow, and my conviction will guide me to success." Can you imagine the impact of starting each day with this mindset? This simple act can completely change the way you face daily challenges and strengthen your inner conviction. At the end of the day, conviction is what gives us purpose, direction, and strength. What would your life be like if you lived each day with unwavering conviction? When we live with conviction, not only are we more motivated and focused, but we also experience greater personal satisfaction because we know that our actions align with our deepest values. Conviction allows you to face life with a positive and resilient mindset, knowing that even if the road is difficult, you're on the right path. What will you do today to strengthen your conviction? With each step you take, you will be closer to living the life you truly desire. A life full of purpose, meaning, and most importantly, authenticity. Rising each day with determination is an essential act for those who wish to achieve success. However, as with everything worthwhile, maintaining this determination is not easy. There are multiple factors that can erode our willpower and undermine our desire to move forward. Among these factors are the fear of failure, mental fatigue, stress, and social pressure. In this text, we will explore how these challenges can affect your determination, and, more importantly, how you can overcome them to keep moving forward with a strong and focused mindset. Is fear holding you back? One of the greatest enemies of determination is undoubtedly the fear of failure. This fear has a unique ability to infiltrate your mind and plant doubts where there was once confidence. But why is the fear of failure so paralyzing? The reality is that society has taught us to fear mistakes, to see failure as something shameful, something that defines our worth as individuals. This fear manifests in many ways. Perhaps you've set a big, ambitious goal, but just when you're about to take the first step, something holds you back. Has this ever happened to you? That voice in your head that asks, "What if I don't make it? What if I fail and everyone finds out that I'm not good enough?" These questions are fear's secret weapon. They lead us to doubt our abilities and paralyze us. It is essential to understand that failure is not the end, but a natural part of the growth process. Every mistake you make, every obstacle you face, is an opportunity to learn and improve. But the key to overcoming the fear of failure is changing your perspective on what it means to fail. What if, instead of seeing failure as an end, you saw it as a teacher? When you start to view failure as part of the learning process, as something that brings you closer to your goals, rather than taking you further away, something changes inside you. Have you ever thought about how many times the most successful people in the world have failed before reaching their goals? Think of names like Thomas Edison, who failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. Or Steve Jobs, who was fired from the company he founded, only to return and lead it to success. How would the world have been if they had given up after their first failure? So, the next time fear of failure tries to stop, you remind yourself that success is not a straight path. It is a journey full of ups and downs, and every obstacle is an opportunity to grow and strengthen yourself. Are you willing to see failure as part of the path to success? Are you feeling drained? Another common obstacle to determination is mental fatigue. We live in a world that constantly demands our attention, with an endless flow of emails, notifications, and responsibilities. This information overload and tasks often leave us exhausted, both physically and mentally. And when we are exhausted, our determination tends to fade. Have you ever felt so drained that you can't focus on what truly matters? Mental fatigue not only drains our energy, but also clouds our ability to make clear and strategic decisions. Stress builds up, and suddenly, the goals that once seemed achievable begin to feel impossible. The solution to mental fatigue is not more work or effort. Often we believe that if we just push harder, we will overcome the exhaustion. But this mentality only leads to total burnout. What you really need is to learn how to take care of your mind as much as you care for your body. Incorporating self-care habits into your daily routine is crucial to maintaining high levels of determination. Meditation, for example, is an excellent way to reduce stress and clear your mind. Dedicating just 10 minutes a day to meditate can make a significant difference in your mental well-being. Additionally, ensuring you get enough sleep and take regular breaks from work is essential to avoiding burnout. What would happen if you allowed yourself to disconnect from the chaos for a moment each day? It may seem counterproductive to take time to rest when you have so many things to do. But the truth is that a rested body and mind are far more effective in the long run. Have you given yourself permission to take care of your mind with the same dedication you apply to your responsibilities? Do you doubt yourself because of what others think? We live in a society where the expectations of others can greatly impact how we see ourselves. Social pressure and the skepticism of those around us often make us question our goals and decisions. Have you ever felt trapped by the opinions of others, unable to follow your own path because you feared their judgment? This is one of the greatest challenges in maintaining determination. People who don't share your vision or simply don't understand your journey can plant seeds of doubt in your mind. Perhaps you've heard things like, "That's never going to work," or "You're not good enough for that." These comments, even when well-intentioned, can make you start doubting yourself. How can you overcome this social pressure and stay true to your goals? The key is to surround yourself with people who support your vision and push you forward instead of holding you back. Not everyone in your life needs to understand your path, but it's important to find support from those who do. This may mean joining communities of like-minded individuals, seeking mentors who inspire you, or even setting boundaries with those who demotivate you. It's also crucial to remember that no one knows your vision as well as you do. Others aren't inside your mind. They don't feel your passion or understand what drives you. So why let their doubts affect you? Are you really willing to let the opinions of others dictate the course of your life? Do you constantly compare yourself to others? One of the biggest obstacles we face in our pursuit of determination is the constant comparison with others. In a world where social media showcases only the brightest, most perfect moments of others' lives, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking everyone else is achieving more, moving faster, and reaching their goals with more ease than you. Have you ever found yourself scrolling through Instagram or LinkedIn, feeling inferior because it seems like everyone is accomplishing more than you? This constant comparison can be exhausting and demotivating. When you focus too much on what others are doing, you can lose sight of your own progress and your own goals. It's important to remember that comparison is the thief of joy. What you see of others is not the whole story. You're only seeing a small part of their journey. Everyone faces challenges, everyone has moments of doubt, and no one has a perfectly straight path to success. So, how can you avoid falling into this trap? The answer lies in shifting your focus. Instead of concentrating on what others are doing, focus on your own progress. Celebrate your own achievements, no matter how small they may seem. Have you taken the time to reflect on how far you've come? If you focus on your own goals and your own path, you'll find it much easier to maintain determination. Are you regularly evaluating yourself? Maintaining determination requires constant reflection on your progress and mindset. Have you taken the time to assess how you feel about your goals? Life changes, and sometimes our goals need to change as well. What you wanted a year ago may no longer be what you desire now, and that's okay. The important thing is to ensure that you're still moving in a direction that aligns with your current values and desires. Self-evaluation allows you to adjust your focus and, if necessary, change direction without feeling like you've failed. Have you allowed yourself to make these adjustments without feeling guilty? Recognizing that personal growth doesn't always follow a straight line is essential for maintaining your determination. One helpful exercise is to dedicate time each week or month to reflect on your progress. Ask yourself, am I moving toward my goals? Do I still feel aligned with what I'm doing? Is there something I need to change or adjust to feel more focused and motivated? Asking these questions regularly will help you stay on the right path, or give you the clarity you need to redirect your focus if necessary. Are you worried about what others will say? Criticism, whether constructive or not, is a significant obstacle to determination. Often, the fear of being judged or criticized can make us doubt our decisions or avoid taking certain risks. Have you ever held back because you feared what others might think of you? The fear of criticism is deeply rooted in our need for belonging. We want to be accepted, and criticism can make us feel excluded or devalued. However, the truth is that you can't please everyone. And if you live your life trying to avoid criticism, you're likely to stop before reaching your true potential. It's important to learn how to distinguish between constructive criticism, which can be useful, and criticism that merely seeks to undermine your confidence. Are you able to make this distinction? If the criticism you receive isn't based on a genuine desire to help you improve, then it's not something you should take to heart. Learn to accept valuable feedback and ignore comments that only aim to bring you down. Are you ready for the daily commitment? Determination isn't a quality that gets activated once and then sustains itself. It's something that requires daily commitment. Every morning when you wake up, you have the opportunity to choose how you'll face the day. You can let challenges derail you, or you can decide to move forward with determination. One of the best ways to strengthen your determination is by creating a morning ritual that sets the right mindset for the day. This can include positive affirmations, meditation, visualization of your goals, or simply taking a few minutes to remind yourself why you're doing what you're doing. Do you take time to prepare your mind for the day ahead? If not, now is the perfect time to start. Rising each day with determination and conviction isn't just an attitude. It's a commitment to yourself, a commitment to the life you want to build. Determination gives you the strength to act, while conviction keeps you aligned with your deepest values and goals. Are you ready to take on that daily commitment? Determination will give you the strength to overcome any obstacle, and conviction will ensure that you continue moving in the right direction, no matter what others say or how difficult the path becomes. At the end of the day, only you can decide if you will rise and continue toward your goals, or if you will give up when challenges arise. In conclusion, when you wake up every morning with clear determination and firm conviction, you're not only prepared to face the day successfully, but also building a life full of purpose, resilience, and personal fulfillment. What will you do today to strengthen your determination